It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a couple of franchises who broke into the league together back in 1995. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. TIAA Bank Field. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Matthew Wright set to get this one started. And we're off from Jacksonville. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out, a former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence has had a remarkable career. Over 50 starts in high school and a winner all the way along. A national champion and 3-year starter at Clemson, and really a starter from day one after the first pick in the draft in Jacksonville. The key for Trevor at this level, though, is to do it season in and season out. That's what the greats before him have done. The Bradys, the Mannings, the #1 picks of the past. If you want to become a great and you want to take your game to another level, you got to do it year in and year out.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Putting the tight end in motion. Lawrence trying again on second. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 from the 41. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the 48. He gets this one to Strange. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've got first down from the 31. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Brian Thomas Jr., his intended target. So that brings up second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They'll try it left with Etienne. And this is down across the 30 before it's stopped. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. From the red zone now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it's going to be 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. They only managed 1 on that carry. Now they're going to have 3rd and goal from the 5.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
He's got it. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here's Rico Dowdle. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
Sending the tight end in motion left. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Tremble with the grab. He's got to gain a 6 there. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Young throwing here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Carolina in punt formation. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it'll be Jaguars football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. ETN gets it on the draw. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the 1st. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He beams one deep right side. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars drive out to an early 14-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Dowdle now to return it. Oh, stiff arm. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. Finds Sanders. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Second and 3 now. Play action now, Young. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Young. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. So that connection for a 1st will bring us to the end of the 1st. It's a 2-score game early. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hubbard again. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker, on the stop.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Young looking to throw. Connects with Hubbard. And they bring him down around the 34. The rookie out of Colorado, the one to bring him down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Now it's Matthew Wright for this field goal try. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Jaguars send Brian Thomas Jr. readying for another drive on offense. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. Down the sideline to the 45. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Assignments were tested, and they were ready for it defensively. That's an excellent stop at the line, and it's going to make this offense seriously question revisiting that call.
Lawrence in the pistol. Throwing this back in the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off Josie Jewell. And the Panthers get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
The Panther offense headed out to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Young on the play action. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 36. Gets this to Sanders. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Chad Muma there to bring him down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Now it's Young. That pass complete to McMillan. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Motion man sent left. To the air on 1st down. Young has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Connection made to Tremble. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 24. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Motioning the tight end now. On third down, it's Young. Connects on the crosser. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers parlay the interception into points. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Matthew Wright for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This is taken in at the 13. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Jaguars, down running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. First and 10 now from the 30. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7. They go right back to Etienne. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Jaguars looking for a bigger lead before the break. An extra corner into the game for the Panthers. 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He has the first over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
First down throw, Lawrence. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Got him in, it's Thomas. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that first down marker.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Third and 4 coming up now. Lawrence working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Lawrence trying again on second. Short pass brought in. And he's down to the 8 before going out. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him first and goal.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on second and goal. Another try following the sack. The throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. This just a 26-yarder down the middle. The kick by Shudak is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He's back to throw. He puts some air under this one, deep right. He's got it inside the 25. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the red zone.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. The Jags were treated to a strong first half from their franchise quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Out come the Panthers. Their offense has it first here to start quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Young working from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Young. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And he got under this one, but it's going nowhere, almost straight up into the air. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Lawrence. Finds him over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. From the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars push their lead further to start the half. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And this drive will start inside the 25. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap now to Young. Complete to Tremble. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Sent to the ground by Mason Smith. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Connects with Hubbard. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. A tight end in motion now. 3rd down, run by Hubbard. That's the 1st and more inside the 45. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Right on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This taken from the 12. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The home team's back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Etienne again. And he'll get it up to the 44. He gets 6 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's a give to Etienne. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Josie Jewell making that stop. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. And this one's kicked up towards the clouds. Wow! And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And it's going to be Panthers football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. To the air on 1st down, Young. Connection made to Tremble. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. The tight end going in motion right. Tremble with the grab. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. One of the tight ends motioning left. Young on 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Hubbard quick on the draw. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Here's Young to throw. Pass complete to Hubbard. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness that's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Their punter making his way out now. And plenty of hang time on this one. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the play fake. That one's incomplete over the middle. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. So it'll be second down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Dumped off to his running back.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Jaguars football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on to it for one final quarter. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. This is ETN. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
To the air, 3rd and long. Buying some time left. He's running for it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. It's 2nd and goal.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
On the move. And they take this in for the score. The Jaguars can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Dowdle now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Young to throw it. Now it'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 38. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Sticking to the air, it's Young. He has the Carolina touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Right on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Washington now to return. And look at this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Ball at the 33 for first down. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Offense to the line for second down. Lawrence working from the gun. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Running it here with ETN. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Lawrence now off the play action. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
On second down, it's ETN. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That's good for 7 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll get this down to the 40. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars holding a 10-point lead. Second down now, 7 to go. Now a carry by ETN. And he's brought down for a loss. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
The Jaguars in a punt formation. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. The Carolina offense headed out now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Thielen's got it, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. That pass complete to McMillan. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Throw complete to Thielen. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Young working from the gun. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap now to Young. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right?
Yeah.
That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And as that defense comes off the field clean, making the stop, Brock, they've got to feel that they're just moments away from this victory.
Yeah, the odds would tell you that. Certainly a 2-possession lead this late ought to do it, but crazy things happen in this league every week. So don't go taking that jersey off until your offense hopefully runs out the clock.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Jaguars kneeling out the rest of this victory. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.